Don't worry, you're already better than like all of my chat.
That's a bit rude.
I'm so rude to my chat. They fucking know it. Chat, you guys suck. It's fine, you suck at League of Legends? Yo,
No.
guys.
I don't know what to do.
Okay. This is exactly what we just looked at. You can just play something similar to that. So, what piece have you not developed yet? Or not moved yet?
The bishop and the rook and the queen.
Yeah, exactly. So, usually you want to develop your minor pieces. Minor pieces are just bishop and knights before you develop.
So I should put my knight on d2.
Wait,
No, not my knight. My bishop.
Yes, your bishop on d2. Yes.
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 I meant the bishop. Like, isn't that bad? Like, it kind of feels bad.
I don't think it's such a big deal as bad. Like, you gotta move that bishop at some point. Might as well move it now when nothing's really happening on the board.
Okay. So now if I want to put my queen on e2, so it's a fine play, right?
Yes.
It's just what we talked about.
Yep, exactly. Guys, I love every single one of you. It's not my fault. You guys are bad at the game. Okay, so rooks, right? You haven't moved your rook yet.
I should move to c1.
Yeah, there we go. Because it's a half open file for your rook. Yeah, so now you can either put your rook onto d1, or you can play rook to c2 and put your rook on c1. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can play this, but I would probably recommend you to just play rook f to d1 right now, because you're just putting it on a good file technically for your rook. 6-5 we're gonna make fun of total noob in chat. I feel so bad. He's so like. He's totally different from TF-Blade. TF-Blade was so toxic and never listened to me. This guy just like does everything I say, and he's so scared. And I'm here like,
I do like something more aggressive.
do you like playing aggressively, or do you like? What's your playstyle? I mean,
I don't know. Like, I've been playing for 3 days, but
how do you play League?
Aggressive.
Okay.
I mean, what I was thinking. You tell me if it's a good idea. I was thinking to put my pawn that's on e3 on e4.
Yeah, that's a really good move. There we go. That's aggressive. Okay.
Okay.
He plays uber aggressive. Okay, so this is gonna be fun coaching him then. Yeah, no, I think aggressive playstyle is really, really good for chess, because then your opponents will be like super surprised. You've never met a beginner who likes playing aggressive? Okay. The thing is, he's a pro player in a different game. So your playstyles will come from different games. That's why I have the same playstyle when I play League of Legends.
The pawn to e5.
Pawn to e5 is good here. Yeah, that's true. But you have to just consider, when you put your pawn to e5, you'll be giving me a really strong square on d5. So, like, the trade-off with that will be I get one square back in the center. But I still think e5 is a good move here. But I just want you to think about that.
Okay. What I mean, other things that I could do is move the bishop, right?
Yeah, you can also bring your bishop out from d2. I think that's what you mean. Yeah.
To g5.
Yeah, that could be something you could also do, but e5 is fine. Bishop g5 is also fine. There are two different play styles. So I think with bishop g5 it would be more positional, because then you will be thinking about. Okay, so wait, let me explain this whole thing for a second.
Okay.
Okay, so in this position, if you play bishop to g5, what you're doing is removing the bishop from in front of your rook. Right? So then you'll be preparing to play d5. So you want to so there is like two different ways you can play this position. If you play e5, you're going to be attacking my king, because you're opening up the diagonal for your light square bishop to go back to d3. You're going to be attacking my h7 pawn. Okay, this is going to get like really complex, but the general idea is that if you kick away my knight from f6, I have one less defender on the king side. The goal of chess is to well, either checkmate your king or force your opponent to resign, right?
Okay. Wait, should I just do I'll just do the pawn move, okay?
Okay,
And
yeah,
see
sure.
what happens.
Yeah,
Alright.
sounds good.
I'll just see what happens.
Alright. Alright, so have you ever attacked your opponent's king?
What? Like, or like without any, like, how the pieces like falling or what? Like in the beginning of the game?
Okay, you want to Alright, so what I mean by that question is like in chess there are different things you can attack because you say you're like aggressive, right?
I mean, I don't know. I just
Okay, well, I mean,
just
you play League aggressive. Usually what I found is that League players will play chess like the way they play League. So,
Okay.
so I actually think that playing aggressive is super good here, but like, first of all, the king is the piece on g8, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the king is on g8, right? So this is the piece you want to attack.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is start throwing your pieces towards my king, but in a way that you don't lose your pieces. All right?
But right now I only see a way, like do I still have that way of not losing pieces and still moving?
Right. So you got to prepare it. It's not like you can just go in level 1 and
Like,
start fighting.
Did we not do that with the opening though?
That's not enough. You got to prepare for half a game more.
Okay. So now if I start if my bishop starts, if I start taking your knight, then it's bad?
Yeah, so if you want to attack, you do not want to trade your own pieces because that means you will have less pieces to attack with.
Okay, so then how do I attack and get more pieces?
All right,
Like,
so
or-
right now, how many pieces do you have on the king side? The king side is the... I know you want... Wait, let me actually just share my screen because this will actually help you. So what I drew here, that is called the king side. And the other side of the board is the queen side. So
Okay.
a king side attack is going to differ from a queen side attack. Just like how a king side attack is different from a center attack. There's a lot of different ways you can be aggressive in chess. And like when you are aggressive, you pretty much have to pick a specific area to attack because there is no way you can attack like all 3 lanes, right? Like, so you just have to like attack one side of the board or one area of the board. So basically here, since most of my pieces are kind of like stuck on this corner of the board, like here, and I have very little pieces on this side of the board. What you should consider is to attack on the king side.
Okay. But like I don't have many pieces either, right? No?
Right, you don't have many pieces either. So how do you get more pieces onto the king side?
With the bishop.
With the bishop,
Or with the with the knight, maybe.
Okay, so those are...
I put the knight to g5.
Yeah, so you want to get your knight to g5. So you're actually exactly there. So, I mean, you can't put your knight on g5 right now because of why?
Well, look who it is, Saj. How are you doing today with the pawn punk
bishop
champ?
is there.
Right, my bishop is there. Thank you so much, Dan,
And
for
if
the
I
sub. Thank you.
Your bishop, you take it with your queen, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you will lose a piece if you play knight to g5.
So, I'll try to.
So how about you call in jungler help? You have a whole bunch of pieces chilling on the queen side. What do you bring them over to the king side? Like, what if you just literally ask your whole team to come top?
Like, which piece should I move? Like,
So to directly support your knight going to g5, you can play knight to
The bishop.
e4.
no, the knight. Okay, knight to e4, and then I will have one more piece to defend the area, right?
Yeah, exactly. So just 5-man top right here. And I'm
Okay.
gonna pretend I don't know what you're doing. So I'm just gonna make random moves on the queen side of the board.
Wait. But if you knew what I was doing,
Uh-huh.
you can, like, how do you prevent it?
I would have played a move like h6. Since I already know you want to put your knight at g5, I would have just played my pawn to h6 and then you won't be able to do that.
And then what do I do? Because then you defended your...
So that's the part
side.
where chess gets like, so at high level, chess is very often a draw, right? Because everyone already knows what everybody wants to do. So then it just becomes like a 40 move draw, and that's very boring. But like I can show you after the game what could have happened after h6. Like I see a lot of ways for you to continue attacking, but I think it's just like way too much effort. So right now I just want you to focus on like being able to like have a plan, because having a plan in chess is really important. It's just like before you even go into lane, right? Like you should be thinking, yo, this is what I want to do in like the next 5 minutes. So it's just the same thing with chess.
I'll just put my knight to g5.
Exactly. So you already wanted to do that, so you should just do that. All right, so I don't like your knight being there. I'm gonna exchange it. So whatever. So if you're on the defending side right now, so like if I'm the one playing black, like okay, I am the one playing black, but if you were the one playing black, you would want to swap off pieces when your opponent's attacking, so they have less pieces, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just attack. Like, should I attack with the bishop? Because my knight is in the center, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if I attack with my bishop, I will have like more space.
Yeah, so this is actually a really, really interesting point. So here you can actually take with the bishop, and since that attacks my queen, you're gonna have a fork right after with knight to d6.
Fork is when you're gonna lose a piece.
Yeah,
sure.
fork is when you will attack 2 pieces at once. So take with the bishop and see what happens. Alright, here I want you to see the fork.
To fork.
Yeah, remember fork is when you attack 2 pieces at once.
Alright, I have to think.
You got this, don't worry. Take your time. Type 1 in the chat if you guys are learning currently.
I have to move a piece so that I will like attack a piece of yours with 2 of mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to use your 1 piece to attack 2 of mine.
Okay. Let me think.
Okay. Apparently nobody's learning.
But in a way where I don't lose anything, right?
No, you can lose. Like a rook is worth more than a knight, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not that you won't lose anything. You'll be getting
Wait,
more.
if I put the knight to e6, maybe.
Yeah, that's knight to d6, but that's exactly correct.
Yeah, d6.
See,
yes.
You're already better than everybody here in chat. There we go.
Is that the move?
Yeah, that's the move I want you to play. Exactly.
Okay. But I like in a real game, for me to think this long, like it takes a long time for me.
Yeah, that's okay. You'll get here eventually. It's like a learning. Like you can't expect to play good moves fast when you've been playing chess for 3 days.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, I'm gonna play this first. Let's see what you do. He's literally been playing chess for 3 days, guys.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so don't scream why.
Well, I don't have to take the trade, right? So if I just go back with that with the bishop, am I just not like winning?
Yeah,
so
you can just go back with the bishop. There's no point.
I put it on d2, right?
You can put it to d2, yes.
Or on
h4.
So it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, it doesn't. Well, it's not a big deal at all. So yeah, you're
But
still attacking both my rooks.
Okay, so now I still get a piece without
losing anything.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
There we go.
And I should take the right rook, right?
Both rooks are pretty much fine. I don't think it makes a huge difference in this position.
But if I put it on the left, you can just take it, no?
Well,
I mean, you can take it no matter what.
Yeah, I can take it no matter what, but a knight is still worth more than a rook, right? So a knight is worth 3 points. A rook is worth 4.5. So whenever like you're giving up 3 for 4.5, like you get a 1.5 advantage. So it's just like stacking up advantage. It's not 5. I like to go by 4.5. Fine, maybe 5. Okay.
Like, does it also change in like if I keep on attacking, right? Like I just attacked you. Do I still attack, or does it do I have to play defense now? Like, something like tempo or...
So yeah, tempo is a pretty big deal in chess, but like I said, when you're up material, it's probably good to just keep playing aggressive. You can technically just trade off every piece and then like go for the end game, because the idea is that when you're up pieces, you can go into the end game because then your opponent will have less pieces, right? And then you can just like promote pawns. But I want you to play aggressive 24/7 because I think that's easier to teach. So right now, what were you doing before you took my piece?
I was having a nice pork.
Okay, so before the fork, what were you doing?
I set up the pieces, so
I
developed, right?
Pardon?
Developed.
Yeah, you were developing, but you were also trying to attack the king.
The king. So I should keep on doing that.
Yeah, you can keep attacking the king.
All right.
Let's go.
How do I do it? Should I put the queen to the right? Or no?
Queen to the right. Okay, where do you want to go with your queen?
Because what I think is, if I do it with the bishop, like you would just take it, right? For free. Or like, it's a bad trade for me.
Wait, you want to play bishop to h6?
Yes, but that's bad, right?
Yeah, it's not good right now because you don't have enough pieces like in the attack, right? Like right now, look at the king side. How many pieces do you have on the king side? I don't know
more
why.
pieces than me, right?
I have more pieces, so you need to bring more pieces over before you can like do sacrifices and stuff.
Okay, so like if I do, for example, the rook and put it on c3 and then to h3.
That
like
would be a really good idea, but right now...
Oh, you can't because you would actually trade, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't put your rook to c3 right now because my knight is literally there.
Okay, but you said trading pieces is good, right?
Trading pieces is good, but losing pieces is not good. So a rook for a knight is not worth because a knight is worth more.
But if I trade my bishop with your knight and then do that, that would work.
That would work, but I do think you have something better because like I said, if you're trying to attack, you also don't want to trade pieces. So this is the part where you have to make a choice. If you want to have a simple endgame and just like simplify and win in the endgame, you can trade pieces. But if you still want to attack, you can't trade pieces. This is the part where you have to like decide like right now. Because a big mistake that people make is they get stuck in two plans and then they end up doing like absolutely jack shit. So like you have to decide which one you want.
So, okay, I want to attack.
Okay, so you want to attack. Alright, so we don't swap pieces.
Okay, yeah. I have to put my pieces on the right side, right?
Yeah, you want to put your pieces onto the right side,
So
yes.
For me, what I see right now is if I put my queen to h5, but it's already at the king side, right?
Yeah.
Should I still move it?
Yeah, so you can do that. Yeah, no, I think queen to h5. I think queen to g4 is actually better. So put your queen to g4 right now. Okay. So when you put your queen to g4, what are you actually threatening here? Like, let's say I do absolutely nothing. I play a very useless move. What are you gonna do?
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bishop to h6.
Yeah.
You can't take it.
Exactly.
I'm threatening your king.
Exactly, because it's pinned. That's called a pin. Let's go! Okay, you're learning so fast.
Okay, so should I do that right now or?
Yeah, you should do that right now. Alright, that's good stuff.
Alright.
If one more person calls him slow, I'm gonna ban you. Okay? The only person allowed to roast my students is me.
So.
Okay, what are you gonna do now?
I'm still attacking.
Uh-huh.
That means I have to put the pieces now. Now I can put the rook, like the d3 on d3, right?
You could do that, but what am I currently attacking?
Oh, you're attacking my... Oh, I should put a pawn to f4.
Right?
Wait. You're attacking my pawn, no? With the knight.
Wait. I'm attacking something else.
Oh, you're attacking my bishop.
Yes, because I'm no longer pinned. You're allowed to roast him.
Move it back?
Yeah, you can move it back. You got what you wanted to do, so you can go back. There's no reason to... This is like overextending. If you leave your bishop there, you're overextending.
Okay, but if I put my, for example, if I put my queen to defend him, it's bad, right?
Yes,
Or-
because a pawn is worth how much?
Yeah, you're right. So I put it back to d2.
You can put it, yeah, you can put it back to d2. You can also put it back to g5 now because like it's a little bit higher up, so you're technically threatening more, right? So you always want to think about like, I want to put my bishop to a place, or I want to put my pieces to a place where they can do more shit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. Should I? I shouldn't go for a trade, right?
This is one of those positions where going for a trade is actually good, because if you okay, so I'm gonna stick with my coaching and say we do not want to go for the trade because you're still trying to attack.
Okay.
But like I said, it's not a bad.
Okay,
it's
I
not
know,
a bad
I
thing.
know what to do.
Yeah.
I think I put this one to d3.
Okay, that looks good. You're literally just using your pieces to continue the attack. So the whole reasoning, and we can go over like the whole game later again, but the whole reasoning behind why bishop takes d5 right now is actually good is because you remove the knight, right? And then you can do the rook lift thing that you want to do with like rook c3 to rook h3. But bishop to d3 also works because you're actually going to attack my knight on g6, which is removing another defender. So it's just like, you can see how all of these ideas center around attacking the king, but it's just like, which one would you rather play? That comes like up to personal decision.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to play against this is how? Like if I play to attack the king, you
Right?
have to play like how? Because there has to be like to any, like, I guess play, there has to be a counterplay, right?
That
Like
is
to most of
not
it.
necessarily true in chess. So the way I like to play, okay, well, the way I like to play chess is running it down, just like how I play League. But so there's not always counterplay to everything you do in chess. Sometimes positions are just so over. Like when I was up so much material against you, like you had like no counterplay. You just have to wait for your opponent to make a mistake.
Okay. So like right now I just put my bishop to d3.
Yeah, bishop to d3 is really good. You're putting the bishop on a long diagonal on which there are no pawns, and it's aimed directly at my king side.
Okay.
So that's a very good idea. Okay, so I'm just gonna be annoying, I guess. Well, I'm not even being annoying, but let's say I play a move like knight b4. So right now, I'm actually gonna like be 100% honest and say in this position, black does not have a lot of counterplay. But I'm going to like try to like do tricks and stuff, which might make you mess up.
Okay. You don't have a lot of counterplay if I play right.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of counterplay if you play right. Exactly.
Alright, let me think then.
Alright, guys, type 1 in the chat if you think I'm always annoying. I mean, 97 is better, but like I said, I'm not tryharding against them. 7.
Okay.
Alright, glad to know. Marcus thinks I'm annoying. This one's for Marcus, guys. Hell yeah, I love being annoying.
But you're always like I always have the choice of like playing to trade and playing to keep on attacking, right?
Yes. So this is the part where I don't want you to like, so there are times to break rules and when to not break rules, but if you can get an advantage out of exchanging a piece, trading a piece that can potentially help your attack, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So what are you thinking about right now?
I was thinking like two things. Either I just I was thinking either I put the bishop to b1, but I don't know if that's good.
Okay, so bishop to b1's a really good idea. Holy shit. Okay, I'm actually super like impressed by that. That's actually a really good move. I like bishop to... I would personally probably play bishop to b1, but I think you were thinking about bishop takes g6, right? If I didn't say anything. Yes. Yeah, so bishop takes g6 is a really good move because you're literally forcing me to double up my pawns. And
oh yeah, I heard that's not good to double up.
Yes.
Like if there's two pawns at the same.
Having double pawns is pretty bad for me because it's basically like you just have 2 pawns for the value of 1, which is like the opposite of what you want.
Okay, so I basically get an advantage on trading.
Yes, you get an advantage with trading now.
Okay, so I will do that instead of b1.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Bishop to b1 is also a really good move, though. Just to let you know, they're both like perfectly good moves. Like, this is the part in chess where, like, yes, there are different plays, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. But
okay, I want to keep on attacking, right?
yeah, you want to keep on attacking. There's a lot of ways you can go about it.
I haven't done anything with my rooks, so should I start doing something, or should I move the queen to?
You can do something with your rooks. You can do the rook c3 idea you had from earlier, because my knight is no longer defending the c3 square.
Yes, or
you can also
thinking is put the queen to e4, and then take the pawn.
Okay, that's a really good move too. Honestly, I think I want you to like play by your instincts right now. Play what you feel like is good.
I'll play, and then if I mess up, you can just.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so queen to e3 is a good move. I'm actually gonna take on a2 right now.
So, but now you're attacking me, so I have to respond because I have more points to lose.
Exactly. There we go. All right.
Okay, now I can attack again.
Yes. So I mean, why did you put your queen onto e4 in the first place?
So I can get, because the pawn is hanging. No.
Yes.
Okay. Don't make me insecure.
I'm sorry. I've been told. Man, he really just hit me with the "don't make me feel insecure."
But now, okay. I got it.
Do I make you guys feel insecure?
Now I can do the play with the rook. I'm just gonna do it. And you tell me.
All right, yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, guys. I make you guys feel insecure. I don't want to make you guys feel insecure. Dude, he literally just told me. Dude, man, I'm so sorry about that, guys. I don't want to make you guys feel insecure. He just started? Yeah, he started 3 days ago. Alright. You have like checkmate here, so I want you to find checkmate.
Wait, I mean, I have to move my rook, right? Or no?
Yes, but when you're trying to checkmate somebody, so whenever you're making a move, actually, you want to be looking at checks and then captures and then threats. And the reason for this is because a checkmate is always a check, right? So if you look for checks, you'll probably find a checkmate at some point. That's kind of like the logic behind this. I'll go more in depth into it after the game, but...
I put my queen then somewhere, right?
Okay.
I put it to e8.
Yes, there we go. And now when I play king to h7?
I put my rook to h3.
Yes.
And now I take that.
There we go! See?
Alright.
Easy win! Honestly, you're like a lot better than most people 3 days into chess. That's actually crazy. Like, I'm not even joking. Okay, so did you kind of like understand like what your train of thought it should be when you play aggressive?
Yeah, I mean, I actually had no idea about the king side, queen side thing.
Okay.
And I didn't know about, because whenever I get the chance to trade, I always trade it no matter what, because it's just like it was fun for me to like just trade a bit, you know?
Right.
Let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm not saying like that's supposed to be how I should be playing or that's my playstyle or whatever, but
yeah, I mean, if you don't know what you're doing, that makes total sense, right? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I was just trying things, and I didn't know what was good and what was bad. But,
yeah, exactly. But once you get like a little bit more familiar, like you literally just, it's like, it's really not that different from playing League, because it's like you have the king side, you have the center, and you have the queen side. It's literally like top lane, mid, and bot. You can always like think about it that way, right? Like if you're playing, if my king was on the queen side, you can still attack on the king side, but it would just be a different kind of attack. So that's when you can start like attacking my king on the queen side. So you can just always think about like where you want to attack, on which side of the board you want to play. This is really important because a lot of people, when they play chess, they have absolutely no idea what they're doing with their life, and they just make moves. But that's the easiest way to lose because they're brainless and they don't have like...
That's what I did, yeah.
Yeah, so I just don't want you to play like that. So playing aggressive is really, really good, and it's like simple for beginners because you can always just like latch onto something, right? Like you look at where their king is, and then you're like, yo, their king is on that side of the board. Let's fuck that king up.
Merry Christmas, whipping in a foreign Santa, turn it to a litmus. Got me feeling down cause my stocking full of coal, yeah. Had a bad